I promised in an earlier presentation I would give the great indigenous women of the New World some of the respect they deserve. I wish they would know how much I appreciate the difficulties they faced. The indigenous women of the New World were not just participants in their societies, but pillars who shaped the cultural, spiritual, and political foundations of their civilizations. From the Aztec in the north to the Inca in the south, these women demonstrated extraordinary endurance, faced profound mistreatment under colonial oppression, and exhibited unwavering strength against tyranny. Their legacies, often forged in defiance of conquest and colonial systems, endure as testaments to their power. The Inca Empire, sprawling across modern-day Peru, Bolivia, Ecuador, and beyond, was a marvel of organization and culture before its conquest by the Spanish forces in the 1530s. During this tumultuous period, indigenous women played pivotal roles in resisting, adapting, and shaping the cultural and civilizational transitions that followed. Their endurance through unimaginable hardships, strength against Spanish tyranny, and ability to preserve Inca heritage despite mistreatment left an indelible mark on the Andes' emerging societies. Quilla Huaco, a high priestess of the moon, Mama Quilla in Inca mythology, as a guardian of sacred rituals, she maintained Inca cosmology, including leading the ceremonies to ensure cosmic balance amid chaos. Her role extended to advising Inca leaders, blending spiritual and political influence. I took many of her characteristics to model Sarpe, the first priestess of the Inca Empire. My Sarpe is a historical character, but little is recorded about her. Thus, I borrow from other great women. During the conquest, Spanish colonizers desecrated Inca temples, looting gold and imposing Christianity. Quilla Huaco, like many priestesses, faced violence and forced conversion. Her endurance lay in secretly preserving rituals, passing them to acolytes despite persecution. Her strength against tyranny shone as she defied Spanish attempts to erase Inca spirituality, ensuring its survival. Manco Inca, the puppet emperor turned rebel, relied on priestesses like Quilla Huaco for legitimacy. His support for traditional religion bolstered her efforts to maintain cultural continuity during his resistance against the Spanish. Cura Oclo was sister and wife of Manco Inca. She was a Coya, a queen, and warrior who stood at the heart of Inca resistance. During Manco's rebellion, which was in 1536 to 1537, she fought alongside him, rallying troops and organizing supplies for the siege of Cusco. Her leadership inspired loyalty among the Inca elite and commoners alike. She was captured by the Spanish in 1539. Cura Oclo endured brutal interrogation and was executed by Francisco Pizarro's brothers, a cruel act meant to crush Inca morale. Her endurance was evident in her unwavering commitment, even as her city fell. Her strength against tyranny lay in her defiance. She reportedly faced death with dignity, cursing her captors. Her martyrdom galvanized resistance movements. Manco Inca, her husband, fought beside her, valuing her counsel and courage. His trust in her leadership amplified her role, making her a symbol of Inca unity against Spanish oppression. Another great Inca woman was Inés Huaylas Yupanqui, daughter of Emperor Huayna Capac. She was a noble woman who navigated the conquest aftermath with strategic acumen. Given as a consort to Francisco Pizarro, she bore him children, including Francisca Pizarro Yupanqui, later a key figure in colonial Peru. Inés later married a Spanish encomendero, securing her family status while advocating for Inca interests. There are many records that share Inés's story. Forced into alliances with conquerors, Inés faced the loss of her royal status and cultural erasure. Her endurance lay in mastering Spanish customs while preserving Inca identity for her children. Her strength against tyranny was subtle but profound. She used her position to negotiate land rights for Inca kin, resisting total Spanish domination. Her diplomacy softened the conquest's impact on her people. Her brother, Atahualpa, initially protected her status before his execution. Later, her second Spanish husband, Francisco de Ampuero, supported her efforts to secure inheritances, indirectly aiding her advocacy for Inca survivors. These are just a couple of the women who shaped the Andes post-conquest civilization in enduring ways. Their endurance was extraordinary, facing temple destruction, execution, and forced assimilation. They held fast to their heritage. Their mistreatment, from physical violence to cultural suppression, underscores the colonial brutality they overcame. Their strength against tyranny, whether through open rebellion, spiritual defiance, or diplomatic maneuvering, ensured Inca culture persisted, weaving into the fabric of modern Andean identity. The Inca conquest was a crucible, and the indigenous women emerged as tempered steel. Their endurance preserved sacred traditions, their strength defied colonial tyranny, and their vision shaped a civilization that blended Inca resilience with new realities. In a time of upheaval, they were not just survivors, but architects of a future where Inca culture endures, the festivals in the Quechua language and the Andean pride. Their stories remind us that even in the darkest eras, indigenous women's courage illuminated paths forward.